Look at this side-by-side comparison. On the left, we have a flat, centrally framed square landscape generated by a standard AI prompt. On the right, that same landscape is rendered in a sweeping 16:9 widescreen format. Your eye naturally travels across the right image, while the left feels static. When you type a basic prompt into an image generator, you surrender all the framing decisions to the software. The AI defaults to a square box. If you try to take that square and force it onto a platform like TikTok or an ultra-wide monitor, the automatic cropping often cuts off the most important parts of your image. You can fix this by telling the AI exactly how to shape the canvas and where to place your subjects. By explicitly typing in the aspect ratio and standard photography rules, you force the system to obey your layout. Directing the physical dimensions and the visual arrangement is what separates generating a random picture from crafting an intentional visual story. Step 1 is defining the physical shape of your canvas. Before you type a single word about what you want to see, you need to decide where this image will live. Here are the 3 standard digital shapes: a 1:1 square for Instagram, a 16:9 horizontal rectangle for YouTube, and a 9:16 vertical rectangle for mobile. To build one, add a parameter like --AR16:9 to your prompt. If you use extreme ratios, like a 21:9 ultra-wide, be careful when prompting for human subjects. The AI struggles to fill that extra horizontal space and will often stretch details or generate extra duplicated bodies to pad the edges. Locking in your aspect ratio inside the prompt ensures your image fits its final destination perfectly, bypassing the auto-cropping algorithms that ruin focal points. With your canvas shape set, tell the AI how to arrange elements inside that frame. One of the most reliable methods is the rule of thirds. This involves dividing your frame into a 3x3 grid and placing your subject along those lines or intersections, which keeps the image from looking like a flat, amateur snapshot. Here is how you write that command. Type your subject, then add rule of thirds composition, followed by a highly directional instruction like person standing on the left side of frame. Spatial commands create depth. This video shows a leading lines composition. Notice how the winding dirt path draws your eye straight to the lone tree. When combining specific grid placements with leading lines, you give the AI a rigid structural blueprint. It knows exactly where the subject goes and how the environment should point to it. These directional keywords force the AI to construct the image with the exact same precision a professional photographer uses when looking through a viewfinder. Step 3 addresses the unique spatial challenges of the 9:16 vertical format used for TikTok. When holding our phones, our eyes naturally rest in the upper third of the vertical screen. When you let the AI center the subject by default, the character's eyeline is trapped in the center. To fix this, prompt the AI to place the eyeline along the top horizontal line of your grid for optimal placement. Making this specific vertical adjustment ensures your mobile content aligns with how people actually scroll, keeping the frame from feeling claustrophobic and cramped as the viewer consumes the content. For our 4th step, we can look past the basic grid and use a more advanced layout called the golden ratio, also known as the Fibonacci spiral. It is a mathematical curve that scales outward at a proportional rate, often found in nature. When you type golden ratio composition into your prompt, you instruct the AI to arrange elements along natural, sweeping curves that pull the viewer's eye into a tight focal point. However, AI image generators are mathematically imprecise. They understand the general concept of the spiral, but they will often miss perfect pixel alignment by a small margin. Inside photo editing software, we import the image and activate the golden spiral crop overlay directly on top to verify the AI's math. From here, you simply adjust the crop bounds. You scale or nudge the image slightly until your main subject aligns flawlessly with the tightest coil of the spiral. Treating the AI's output as a raw starting file that requires a final manual crop guarantees mathematical perfection in your layout. Looking at the final, fully edited image, we have a visual that is perfectly sized for its platform, professionally balanced, and ready to publish. This workflow relies on 3 steps: defining the aspect ratio up front, driving the layout with directional keywords, and verifying the crop in post-production. Try testing this yourself. Set your aspect ratio to 1:1 and use the keyword symmetrical composition to see how the software handles rendering perfect reflections. By mastering these parameters, you stop accepting whatever the algorithm hands you and start dictating the exact visual story the AI produces.